Okay, folks, away we go. This is episode 1057. I am your host and presenter, Murray Stewart, and this is Blind Magic in Alice Springs. If you are Indigenous in Australia, you are the luckiest and most privileged Indigenous people in the world to live in Australia. If you are a person with a disability in Australia, you are the luckiest and most privileged people with disabilities in the world, no doubt, as an Australian, which means that you can be proud to be an Australian and, of course, proud to be a person with a disability. The same applies to Indigenous people in Australia. You should be proud to be an Australian and also proud to be an Indigenous person in Australia. And I think because Australian society treats people who are Indigenous and who are disabled with such dignity and with such respect, and does support them to the highest standards in the world, I think it's because of this that we now have a group of imposters. Yes, we do. Able-bodied people who are pretending to be disabled. It's wrong. It's totally wrong. You know, it's not an honour to be disabled. No, it's not. It is a disadvantage, and it is a disadvantage that is overcome through the generosity of the Australian taxpayer and the Australian people. Absolutely. But it should not be something that you should strive for. And it makes me most annoyed and most frustrated when I see some organisations and some people pushing up able-bodied people into the lineup of those who are considered as having a disability. This behaviour will eventually kill programs such as the National Disability Insurance Scheme. And this would be a terrible, terrible tragedy. And it must not continue to happen. I actually believe that those who are found to be faking being disabled, I believe they should be subject to a criminal penalty. Yes, I do. I absolutely do. Because they are robbing the taxpayers of Australia and they are destroying support for the National Disability Insurance Scheme. And that support is vital to ensure that it can continue into the future. And the same is and can be said for those non-Indigenous people who are faking being Indigenous. Yes, they are out there, and there are increasing reports of this disgraceful behaviour. And once again, I believe there should be a criminal penalty attached to such conduct, because this is most offensive to genuine Indigenous people, and it has resulted in recent times in the scuttling of $1 billion mine here in Australia. That story is a long one, so I won't go right through the whole details, but let's put it this way. Someone who purports to be an Indigenous leader, it would appear, has a shadow over that honour, and as a result of that person being listened to, the Minister for the Environment here in Australia, Tanya Plibersek, has scuttled $1 billion project. And this is why I say that such conduct should be regarded as criminal conduct, because it has very, very serious consequences. In the case of the $1 billion mining project, it's not just about the mine, it's about Indigenous economic empowerment, because this mine promised 1,000 jobs, of which many of those jobs would have gone to local Indigenous people. Because of this behaviour, this mine and those jobs, it would appear, are under great danger. You are imposters if you are able-bodied and you're pretending to be disabled, and you are an imposter if you're non-Indigenous and you're pretending to be Indigenous. And as I said, I believe such behaviour should carry a criminal penalty. It should. It absolutely should. It's wrong every day of the week. This has been and always will be episode 1057, and it's been a Blind Magic Communications production.